With the closure of Ring of Honor, and the mass releases by WWE over the last couple of years, there are a lot of talented professional wrestlers who are not currently signed to any promotion. In this video, we will take a look at 10 ex-WWE free agents, who could join AEW. Keith Lee was released from WWE on November 4, 2021. During his run in the WWE, we saw him making a name for himself in NXT, having matches against Dominik Dijakovic, Cassius Ohno, and the Undisputed Era. He was then called up to the main roster and had a lengthy battle with COVID-19 in 2020. Whilst in the main roster, many fans were upset with WWE creative who repackaged Lee's gimmick, changing his theme music, wrestling gear, and even his wrestling style. He got rebranded as Bearcat Lee towards the end of his WWE career. In the last few weeks, Lee filed numerous trademark applications, which relate to his pro wrestling character, and on February 4th, his 90-day no-compete clause was over, making him a must-have free agent in the industry. Rumors are speculating that Keith Lee has already signed with AEW and is currently in discussions with Tony Khan about a potential debut date. On December 9, 2021, Jeff Hardy was released from the WWE after allegations of working whilst under the influence of alcohol. Hardy was seen leaving a house show in the middle of a match, which led to him getting fired. After Hardy's drug test came back clean, Matt Hardy commented on this situation, saying that WWE jumped the gun with his brother's release. Both Matt and Jeff Hardy stated on many occasions that they want to end the career the same way they started it, together as a tag team. While speaking on the Wrestling Perspective podcast, Matt Hardy said that Jeff is excited for his future and excited to see where 2022 will take him. I'm sure we all want the Hardy Boys back together for one last run, and AEW will probably be the place that makes this happen, giving us possible feuds with the Young Bucks, FTR, Private Party and many other tag teams in All Elite Wrestling. Jeff Hardy's no-compete clause will end in March 2022, so we'll only have a few weeks left before we can start talking about potential debut ideas for Jeff Hardy in AEW. Johnny Gargano is a former NXT Grand Slam champion, who was released from his WWE contract on January 5, 2022. Gargano gave praise to William Regal during the time they spent in NXT, saying that if it wasn't for William Regal, a lot of our favorite guys wouldn't be on television. He got so many indie guys an opportunity. He will never take credit for that, but he deserves his flowers for helping and molding this generation of wrestlers. Gargano spent 6 years with the WWE, and was labeled as the heart and soul of NXT. He recently just had a baby with his wife Candice, and stated that he wants to enjoy the next couple of months together. The world of pro wrestling is always unpredictable, so who knows when Johnny Wrestling will make his return. At just 26 years old, Toni Storm quickly made a name for herself in NXT and NXT UK. She didn't spend a lot of time on the main roster though, as a few days after her match with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title on the Christmas Eve show, she was granted her release from the WWE. Storm was apparently tired of waiting for her big break, waiting and catering to see when she's finally going to get the chance to show everyone what she worked hard to be good at. Ric Flair also claimed that she left the company due to exhaustion. Her 90-day no-compete clause ends on March 29, however Storm is already taking bookings on the indies. Who knows where Toni Storm ends up? AEW surely could use her in their women's division, but other promotions may be interested in signing her as well. We'll just have to wait for some more updates. Have you subscribed yet? Smash that button for more videos and join the Kayfabe Club. Let's get back to the video. The monster among men has been away from the WWE since June 2, 2021, and now going by his real name Adam Scherr. Just like Bray Wyatt, this was an even bigger shock of a release, as Braun Strowman has been one of the top stars of the company for a number of years. Upon his release, Strowman has been working in the independent circuit, and most recently made an appearance at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Final Battle, where he teamed up with EC3 and Weston Blake to form a new stable called Control Your Narrative. Strowman looks to be in the best shape of his life with a new look and attitude. Personally, I do not see Braun Strowman joining All Elite Wrestling, since Tony Khan already has plenty of big guys to work with. No further updates have been provided yet, however one could try to predict that he will stay on the indies and work with Ring of Honor, to build upon his newly formed faction, and achieve championships with other companies. Cross is yet another November 2021 release, together with his partner Scarlett. Two-time NXT champion, he had the potential to be one of the new faces of the WWE, yet with Vince McMahon's agenda to delete everything Triple H built in NXT, Cross was also let go. He was called up to the main roster and lost his debut match on Monday Night Raw against Jeff Hardy in a very controversial squash match, which made an uproar by the fans on social media. Whilst on the main roster, WWE Creative removed Scarlett from Cross, changed his entrance and gave him a stupid helmet as part of his entrance gear. Scarlett is currently keeping her calendar open for independent bookings but focusing mainly on her OnlyFans page, which will surely bring her a good source of income if you know what I mean. Cross recently made his return to the Indies at an FSW event, defeating Jacob Fatu for the FSW Grand Championship, and cut a promo on his time in NXT, the thing that we created here together. Through these shows, we all got to see that on NXT. Which in my opinion, is pretty fucking awesome. I will be back and I can't wait to see you guys again on the next show. I will. If you're going to take away anything I said tonight, remember this. The glass, no matter what, is always half full. Kalisto was released from the WWE in April 2021, after an 8-year period with the company. The former United States champion and member of the Lucha House Party was let go due to creative differences. During a Chris Van Vliet interview, Kalisto mentioned how he had an idea for a mask versus mask story with Rey Mysterio which he pitched to WWE Creative, yet it was declined. He stated that in his opinion, if they had went ahead with this story, he would not have been fired from the company, as the feud would have been a big success. On the November 3rd episode of Dynamite, Kalisto made his AEW debut in a one-off appearance, teaming up with Aerostar, against FTR. It was a fun and entertaining match, but unfortunately this did not lead to any contracts or further agreements with the company. AEW does have quite a stacked roster, but I actually do see place for Kalisto in the men's division as they currently do not have a variety of luchadores. With Kalisto's experience, I'm sure he would be focusing on training future cruiserweights very well, and perhaps get into some matches of his own. Together with Keith Lee, Ember Moon was also released from her WWE contract on November 4, 2021. Moon won the vacant NXT Women's Championship and held it from November 2017 until April 2018. Unfortunately, upon her call up to the main roster, she never saw any championship victories on Raw and SmackDown. WWE teamed up Ember Moon with Shotzi Blackheart and held the Tag Team Championships for just 55 days. Now going by the name Athena, she is currently wrestling in the Indies, as no other updates has been provided teasing contract signing with any wrestling promotions. We can all imagine what it would be like for Moon to join the AEW's women roster, however she will probably stay in the Indies for a couple of months before signing her next major deal. Samoa Joe has the honor to say that he has been released from the WWE twice in the same year. Released in April of 2021, Joe made a return to the company, joining as an authority figure in NXT. He defeated Karrion Kross for the title in September, becoming the first ever 3-time NXT champion, however had to give it up due to an injury. Joe was simply one of the many NXT grown talents, who got released together with Road Dogg and William Regal. This release still pisses me off to this day, as it is impossible to screw up booking a guy like Samoa Joe. But that's WWE for you folks. Whatever Triple H builds, Vince McMahon destroys. Anyways, Joe hasn't made any television appearances yet, and many fans are speculating that Joe may be on his way to AEW, either in a wrestling capacity or part of the coaching and creative team. Whatever Joe does, he will be awesome at it. A talented guy like that will make a huge impact wherever he goes. Bray Wyatt was released by WWE on July 31, 2021, and since then, he has given very little updates about his future. Wyatt's run in the WWE was incredible, and his release was a shock to pretty much all wrestling fans and even WWE superstars themselves. This is one of the more surprising releases, as it doesn't make sense for that company to find zero value in a guy like Wyndham Rotunda. The level of creativity, promo skills, and in-ring ability he has, is truly astonishing. Over the last couple of months, wrestling fans have been eagerly waiting for Bray Wyatt to show up at AEW, Impact or any other promotion. Most fans however want to see him in All Elite Wrestling, leading the Dark Order. This faction was formerly led by Mr. Brody Lee, and ever since his passing, fans wanted Bray Wyatt to be the next leader. We did see a tease of various Dark Order members getting into arguments between each other, which started to lead fans to think that Bray was coming to settle everyone down and lead the group in the right direction, but so far we have not seen his debut yet.